On a new show here live from Miami, Florida, Miami City Hall, and Pan American Drive, Coconut Grove, Florida. And this is for July 28, 2022. They're discussing various issues in this City of Miami Commission meeting. And one of the main issues is they want to make Virginia Key a place for homeless to become a homeless encampment. All right, so I believe it's Virginia Key. Or I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But anyways, so they're having a commission meeting. One of the commissioners is Manolo Reyes. The other one is Diaz de la Portilla, Ms. King, and of course, the other one is Ken Russell. And this is the commission meeting for July 28, 2022, live from Miami, Florida, USA. And they want to do basically a homeless zone, okay? Homeless zone at Virginia Key. I think it's Virginia Key, not Dinner Key. So anyways, I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, please correct me. We're at Miami City Hall.
The June 2021 headboard meeting, the first headboard meeting.
September, I do know it came up a few months before. I don't remember if that was or not.
Were you there at a previous meeting?
I went to both headboard meetings previously and gave public statements at both headboard meetings.
Did you attend a 3-hour settlement conference with Don Bell and the Bayside Residents Association Board on June 14th at my office?
Yes.
Did you represent yourself as an attorney consulting with the Bayside Residents Association? Did you provide legal advice to the Bayside Residents Association?
I've never provided legal advice. I've always kept myself separate as far as not being on the community itself.
And did you provide legal advice to Mr. Don Bell?
No, just discussion as to the facts.
Under the Florida Bar Rules, are you aware that the attorney-client relationship is created by providing the appearance of legal advice, including representing yourself as a lawyer at a settlement conference that's confidential?
Not sure how that's relevant.
Are you aware of that rule? It's 4-17B.
I'm not sure how it's relevant today, but I mean, in terms of what I was doing.
On July 4th, did you discuss the application with Victor Hernandez, the applicant?
I did have a small conversation with Victor during our 4th of July party. It lasted for less than 30 seconds.
Did you express that your concerns have been addressed and that you supported this application personally?
No, I told him at that point in time, I thought the developer had made certain changes or revisions to the plans, but I wasn't at that 4th of July party where I think I was actually holding my daughter's hand at that moment to discuss that at that point in time.
Mr. Hernandez would say different here today, but let me get to the most important question. Did you send a WhatsApp message yesterday to all the members of the Bayside Residents Association soliciting clients to intervene here today?
No, I did not, but I told my neighbors, and I obviously have access to it, but I told my neighbors is that there remains opposition to this because, as you're aware, Don and the rest of the community withdrew their objection. So what I told my neighbors is if they do have an opinion as to this, they should show up here today at 9 a.m. and make known their opinion to the board. If you follow along with that chat, I even wrote again in the chat and said, I'm not trying to sway anyone either way. I just want everyone to feel comfortable that it remains opposition, and if anyone is opposed to this, that they should show up and make a statement, to which Don responded that anyone should show up if they have a pro voice too, which I said, okay, I agree.
I'll submit that copy of your message into the record. Did anyone this morning or at any time besides yourself that lives in the Bayside Historic District object to this application today?
My clients are objecting to this, and I do not believe anyone else was able to hear again.
Thank you.
This, if I can finish my answer, please. This meeting was initially scheduled for July 14th, I want to say, and there were people that were intending to appear to July 14th. That was canceled, moved to the day, and a number of individuals who were not able to make that.
Thank you. The Bayside Historic District will require significant public and private investment to preserve. The applicant and appellant here is able and willing to move forward with the development of this project that restores explores a piece of Miami history, again, a novel enterprise. The 4 residential homes are within the compatibility of the area. You can see here that the lot size and width analysis that's in the record here is consistent. These lots are over 10,000 square feet. The proposed site and lot size and configuration is also very common in this immediate area. In fact, the inspiration of this subdivision is immediately to the south on the same avenue. You can see here that the irregular road and there is a common waterfront condition throughout the city of Miami and within this area. The height is below the maximum permitted and previously approved plans. You can see here homes that exist in the Bayside Historic District at over 30 feet above the base flood elevation. Again, ours are significantly lower, as I mentioned earlier. These are additional examples of set 2-story homes that are different from what Mr. Mahaffey suggested to you. Our outreach has continued since 2019, and I think it's very obvious that the few individuals that purportedly Mr. Mahaffey is here to represent are simply afraid that they're losing their right to use private property as a public park. You can see here where they live, and you can see what their view looks like today. Our goal here is to bring this historic district into today and into the future by providing resiliency standards consistent with county and city policies. Thank you very much for indulging me this afternoon, and of course, the entire team is available for any questions.
And there's one slide I forgot to share. I'm going to share one slide that showcases this slide is prepared by one of the architects that I've been discussing with, and you can see on the left that would be the original Prescott Mansion. You can see that there's individuals shown in front for an idea of the size of what we're talking about. So if you look in at the middle, that would be going with the 12 feet from grade. It would still be at that 35-inch height. But if you look at the far right, what you see there is what the developer has planned. So not only are they going to NEMA requirements, they're going well beyond making construction much higher than it needs to be. So again, I appreciate your time and your allowance of my client's ability to argue today as interveners, and we again request that the denial of this development be upheld from that point. Thank you.
May I have a motion?
Conditions, please. Thank you.
Approve the appeal with conditions.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
All in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
As amended.
As amended, with conditions.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, with all staff conditions, I wanted to clarify that for the record. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they draw. Yeah, so I guess I can sample this one. You want to go here? Yeah, that works. That's what we want.
We're gonna take a 5-minute recess. We'll resume in 5 minutes.
We're on dinner key right now.
Oh,
Yeah, this is dinner key.
sorry for the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, so it's Virginia Key, one of the constituents verified with me. It's Virginia Key. I'm not sure if they're going to discuss the plan to move the homeless to Virginia Key. But anyways, they decided to take a 5-minute break. So we'll be here for a while. We're live from Miami, Florida, City of Miami City Hall. This is the Alexander News Show. Please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. The new way of media. Free TV is dead, radio's dying. Digital media is the new wave of the future. It's right now, it's the now. I'm Alexander Carlos, Alexander News Show. They've decided again, for the record, 5-minute recess. They'll be back. This is Alexander Carlos with the Alexander News Show, live from City of Miami, Florida, City Hall. And the one question that I want to ask is, where is Joe Carollo? He's nowhere to be seen. I've been here for like about 20 minutes. We're at 17 minutes, going on to 18. Joe Carollo is nowhere to be seen. I don't know if they're going to talk about the homeless encampment that they want to put at Virginia Key.
I'm not sure if you're right, but they already did. I don't think they can talk about it again.
Okay.
It didn't pass.
Oh. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. So I just got word from one of the, I guess, security officials that they already spoke about it earlier today. And according to him, it didn't pass. But that's okay. I'm still here. We're going to film a little bit of what they're going to discuss. I guess they're going to discuss some potential projects, developer projects, zoning, and they're gonna discuss that. So we'll be here for a little bit more. But yeah, according to one of the security officials, that I guess they. Sir, what are you, sergeant at arms or something like that? All right. One of the sergeant at arms, he explained to me that they already passed. They already talked about it, and that did not pass. So it doesn't look like homeless are going to be at Virginia Key. Now, one of the things I want to mention is that originally, like 2 years ago, when I met Francis Suarez, the mayor, which, by the way, where is Francis Suarez? He never shows up to these meetings. But anyway, I gave that idea, creating a homeless zone, get all the homeless out of the downtown Miami area and all around city Miami streets, basically. And basically removing them from the businesses, from the sidewalks, street corners, and set up a homeless zone. Now, Virginia Key is not a bad place, it's an island, but I have a better solution. The abandoned buildings that are all over the city of Miami, especially in the Liberty City area, destroy the buildings and just basically set up a homeless zone there, or use one of the parks, city of Miami parks, make that a homeless zone. And all the homeless, and just house all the homeless people there, instead of Virginia Key. But anyways, I believe that a lot of opposition was being done and made by Key Biscayne, the village of Key Biscayne. So anyway, if you create homeless zones in different parts of the city of Miami where there's abandoned buildings. You knock down the building, and that's easy to do. You can basically, I mean, most of those building owners, landowners that own those buildings that are abandoned, they probably have liens already on the property because they have left it neglected with graffiti. Just tear it down. The city has the power to do that, and you can make that a homeless zone for homeless people to be basically there. And you just put porta potties, showers, and the only thing that you need to do to maintain that homeless zone in that abandoned land where that building is right now, where you tear down that building, is basically solid waste. You go there a couple of times a week, maybe 3 times a week, and pick up the garbage, clean up the area. I know the homeless issue is not an easy thing to fix. It's hard, but that's one solution that can work. By the way, let me show you Mr. Ken Russell, who's going to run for Congress in the Democrat primary. He's facing Annette Tarado. And I'll tell you right now, he has no shot whatsoever to win. Let me put him right here. So there you go, Mr. Ken Russell. There you go. I'd love to go talk to him. I'd like to ask him if he wants to come on my show. I don't know if he will. I doubt he'll come on my show. But anyways, that's Mr. Ken Russell. But I just come and sit down. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'll just sit down.
Good evening.
Oh,
The city of
all right. They're starting the meeting.
commission meeting.
I'll contact his office and see if he wants to talk to me.
Yes.
Really quick, when I said with all the staff recommendations, it's actually the recommendations that are on the letter that's in the record that includes the staff analysis and all that. You
Please
already have-
explain that to Todd.
So I just wanted to confirm that the staff recommendations for PZ1, it's not the staff recommendations, it's all the recommendations that are listed in the letter by the appellant.
Understood.
Understood.
Thank you.
Mr. Diaz de la Portilla. Miss Christine King. And you're missing Carollo, and that's Manola Reyes. Oh, and Ken Russell. Those are your
Gentlemen,
commissioners, and
can
Suarez
we
is not
take
around.
up PZ 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Would that be okay?
13,
No.
9, 10, 13.
No, 11 and 12 are in play as well. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Can we take those up?
I believe 10 was reset, Madam Chair.
Oh, 10 was deferred. 10 is deferred. So it's 9, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Can we take those up right now?
9,
11, 12, 13, and 14.
11, 12.
11 is Brickell City Center.
11 and 12.
Was that first?
No, it was not.
Okay, PZ 9, an ordinance of the Miami City Commission amending ordinance number 13114, the zoning ordinance of the city of Miami, Florida, as amended, more specifically by amending Article 3 titled General to Zone, Section 3.5.2 as it relates to ground floor height allowances in order to correct inconsistencies and permit additional flexibility in the design of buildings, containing a severability clause and providing for an effective date. PZ 11, an ordinance of the Miami City Commission amending Appendix E, Brickell City Center, Special Area Plan, of ordinance number 13114, the zoning ordinance of the city of Miami, Florida, as amended, to approve the fourth amendment to the previously approved BCC SAP to make provision for the one BCC signature office development and alternate concept for the one BCC parcel, which may utilize certain design flexibilities that includes larger tower floor plates for the property generally located at 799 Brickell Plaza, 700 Brickell Avenue, and 710 Brickell Avenue, containing a severability clause and providing for an effective date. PZ 12, an ordinance of the Miami City
Did you
Commission.
do 11? Oh, that was just 11.
That was 11, and then 12, I believe, is also associated with the,
It is a companion item.
an ordinance of the Miami City Commission with attachments recommending approval of the Third Amendment to the previously approved development agreement pursuant to Chapter 163, Florida statutes between Swire Properties, Inc., affiliated parties, and the City of Miami by modifying the existing SAP regulating plan as amended and design guidelines to
Ooh,
reflect
look who
certain
showed up,
revised
Mr. Joe
building
Carollo.
guidelines for the One BCC signature
Yes.
office concept located at approximately 700 Brickell Avenue.
The one that threw me out of his office.
Avenue and 799 Brickell Plaza, Miami, Florida, as more particularly described in Exhibit A attached and incorporated to make provision for the One BCC signature office development, an alternate concept for One BCC parcel, which may utilize certain design flexibilities that include larger tower floor plates, authorizing the city manager to negotiate and execute the development agreement in a form acceptable to the city attorney for said purpose, containing a severability clause and providing for an effective date.
Is that the only one?
Yes, 13 and 14.
Not them all together?
Yes.
13, an ordinance of the Miami City Commission amending ordinance number 10544 is amended the future land use map of the Miami Comprehensive Neighborhood Plan pursuant to small-scale amendment procedures subject to section 163-3187 Florida statutes by changing the future land use designation from single-family residential to public parks and recreation of the acreage described herein of real property located at 600 Southwest 63rd Avenue, 610 Southwest 63rd Avenue, 601 Southwest 63rd Court, and 615 Southwest 63rd Court, Miami, Florida, more particularly described in Exhibit A, attached and incorporated, making findings and providing for an effective date. PZ 14, an ordinance of the Miami City Commission amending the zoning atlas of ordinance number 13114, the zoning ordinance of the City of Miami, Florida, is amended by changing the zoning classification from T3R, suburban transit zone restricted, to CS civic space zone for the property generally located at 600 Southwest 63rd Avenue, 610 Southwest 63rd Avenue, 601 Southwest 63rd Court, and 615 Southwest 63rd Court, Miami, Florida, more particularly described in Exhibit A, making findings containing a severability clause and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So, Madam Chair, though, I don't want to speak on behalf of anyone else's district for those items. Certainly, I'm ready to move the PZ 11 and 12 in my district, but I'd like to defer to the commissioners of those districts. Issues with those items.
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, I can start simply by moving PZ 11 and 12.
No, I want to discuss some of them. I'll second it for discussion purposes. So
Okay.
second it for discussion purposes, but PC 9, who's representing the applicant for PC 9?
The city's,
What?
the city.
The city, and then what does it do?
Mr. Snow.
Good evening, David Snow, Planning Director. PZ9 is an amendment to Miami 21 to allow for ground floor height of 25 feet for all uses.
Is that the one that increases density?
No, that's PZ.
PC 8?
Which we did not address.
Okay, I found, because it goes so fast, you eat cake. And you get hungry and it's 7:17. I want to make sure we go one by one, including the Brickell City Center. I think the lawyer is there too, representing Brickell City Center, Mr. Diaz. I just want to make sure that we cover all of them the right way. Like my friend, Commissioner Carollo says, I may have failed to take my smart pill today. My smart pill, I didn't take it either today, so I want to walk you through it to make sure. I know. I took it from you. I got it from you. So I want to know, PC 9 is just
Text amendment.
the text amendment, okay. And then PC 10 is not there. Deferred PC 11,
Brickell City.
PC 12, Brickell City Center.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No. We're
Being
trying to
heard.
block,
Yeah.
we're grouping.
They're grouping. And the other one is 13 and 14, right?
Yes.
13 and 14 is yours? Your district?
13 and 14 is the public right.
20th Street was in my district too, but no. Listen, you could do whatever. I mean, you have all the right to ask. So I'll move. But I want to explain what it is. Okay. But I was going to move. Okay, but this is.
He's gonna move it, let's move it.
Yeah, done. Okay, you're done. But this is a future park.
Yes.
It's a future park.
So I have a motion and a second.
Information. None of us were here. Maybe it was here, but none of us were. And the way that you left the line, that, seems to me when my brother was here, he did something to help negotiate a fire station, Brickell Center. Whatever. What do you guys, you want to know about that?
Commissioner, Spencer Crowley, 98 Southeast 7th Street, here representing Swire Properties. You're correct. There was an agreement to put a fire station in a separate phase of Brickell City Center. After we made that agreement, it became clear that that phase wasn't progressing as quickly as we all thought it might. And so we met with the fire station and agreed to a temporary fire station. And so we've been in permitting with the city for 2 years to permit a temporary fire station on a vacant lot. We resolved a significant issue or significant to the city a couple of months ago. And the building permit has been reactivated. We're working through the comments, and as soon as the city issues the building permit, we'll start building. Yes, sir.
But you're still going to do the permanent one at some point, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Temporary is temporary. Just wow.
No, because sometimes temporary turns into temporary.
Is that 7 years, because 2 years
Is there a timeline for that?
Well, I mean, the temporary station, we're just trying to get that open as fast as we can. We don't really have a timeline for the permanent station. But the permanent station, the model for that is what they did on Coral Way.
Right.
Yeah, where they have that fire station in the back, so it's similar. It's gonna be a lot smaller building, but that's just, yeah.
Good partnership.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries for PZ 9, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Madam Chairwoman,
Yes, sir.
I would like to reconsider discussion item 2. There was action taken on that. I was on the prevailing side. I'd like to reconsider it with a caveat that they come back in September with an alternative site. My objection to the issue was based on the limited number of sites that they offered and the lack of due diligence they took in offering those 3 sites. But I would like for them to come back with different suggestions for different sites that do not include the District 1 and District 5 sites, but do include the Virginia Key site and other and 2 additional sites, alternative sites, including sites outside the city of Miami that may include Miami-Dade County, and including alternatives that may require the homeless trust to pay part of that process, because we all know.
I'm not worried about the homeless trust, whether they pay or not, because we paid them.
That's correct. I want to get some of the money back, so
We can get it from there.
but my motion would be to reconsider, so we pass a pilot program. We come back with 3 different sites in the first week of September, and then we can have a discussion. But I would like for Mr. Flores to do due diligence, find out what is north, south, east, or west, or whatever sites we recommend. Perhaps look at more city properties, and not use properties that are meant for, or the way to be redeveloped, or the process of being redeveloped in surrounding areas. But it could be that it could also be some Miami-Dade County sites, so that due diligence will require, in my opinion, that he talked to Miami-Dade County, was to have a whole bunch of land, areas that are not populated, all the way in West Dade and other parts, that we can relocate.
Madam Chair, but does the, sir, I have the floor. You do? Yes, sir. I didn't say that.
I motion to reconsider something.
No, we don't need to reconsider, but we need to do a directed or a resolution.
Right, but
Is that a state?
I see Tom walking in my direction, which means that we're doing something wrong. What are we supposed to, how are we supposed to say it?
Let me correct Todd again. I'm reconsidering if we passed, something was offered, and I'm reconsidering because something failed. I want to make sure it's clear to say that something passed. So I want to vote on it to make sure we have the votes.
Through the chair, there's no need to reconsider this resolution was a non-agenda resolution. So, yes, it failed, but there's nothing preventing you from bringing up a brand new non-agenda resolution.
I can do it, so, okay. So
without having to reconsider.
when we do it different in Tallahassee, but that's fine. So I want to direct the city manager motion for a resolution to direct the city manager to bring them back in the first meeting in September to look at alternative sites, including the Virginia Key site, to come back to us with different suggestions and more. You have all August to do this, so you can't go on a cruise or anything like that. You gotta stay here. And you gotta work.
Why can't I go on?
Because you get paid the big bucks.
All right,
That's all.
so can I get a little more time? It's really not a lot.
Okay, the second meeting of September. The second meeting is
That's fine. If I need a little.
Can I have a second
There's a second discussion.
for discussion?
Does that motion include that we can proceed?
the
He's
purchasing.
doing the working?
Yes.
And Virginia Key as a private worker?
Yes.
Okay. So, to go forward and Virginia Key as a private program, and does that motion include that they come back, not just with alternative sites in the districts, but also with amounts, of real cost for any site? Because it will vary from site to site, including the full cost for the Virginia Key site.
Right, but then you had a range, well, let's clarify. We had a range from 50, you have spoken about 50 to 100, 50 to 100, that's a broad range. But the idea that we move forward with the purchase of the tiny homes, and the idea that we begin that process, by the time we get back in September, then you know how city government works, we're not gonna get, we're not gonna be there. But yes, it includes that.
But doesn't, you'd be surprised, we could have the tiny homes built in time.
But we can build it. You can send it affordable, right, so we can place it where we wanna place it.
But does not include a pilot now to start a pilot at Virginia Key, doesn't include.
It
No, no, but doesn't include to start now, we voted against that.
I know, that's why we're
He's
doing
bringing it up for a
reconsideration, so we can now vote.
Well,
Okay, give me the real translator, I don't want you translating.
What I need to do is, what I also need to do.
I know you are sneaking, you're sneaking in.
Wait,
What it was,
what
what it was.
What I also need to do is open the floor for public comment for this new item. Is there anyone here who would like to speak on behalf of this item? Come on up,
Come
Mayor.
on up.
Okay.
You're on.
Would you like some cake?
We have cake.
By all means.
I want to sweeten you up, please. Get some cake for me.
Louis Mars, along with my sister, please, and the rest of the crowd. Louis Mars, Betty Mars, I live at Peacock Park.
I want some cake.
This homeless thing of what you're saying, I think the key word in here that nobody's paying attention to is voluntary. And I am telling you, and we welcome for you to come and sit and talk with us face to face without airing dirty laundry. It is really a voluntary that you keep emphasizing. And you've made some descriptions. This is a choice I've made in my service to my fellow human beings. To be part of this, I've been homeless now hardcore for 4 years. But we can do things differently. It's the way you approach your perception, etc. And when you're all telling me that it's voluntary, you are not going to get these people to go there. Simply because you're saying no alcohol, no drugs. Really? Then I'm going to ask
They're
you
talking about the homeless issue. I thought they weren't going to, but they're touching the base. But they're going to leave it for the second week of September. Try to fix the homeless problem that's in Miami, city of Miami.
It's magical for you to sit there and actually listen. Yes, people use drugs there. And yes, they in fact use a hardcore one.
And I have had the most intelligent conversations with these people. You have no idea. You gotta be there. But in that case, no Virginia, absolutely no Virginia. That's next to the waste plant. And if you want cancer in 3 years, you've got a problem. And I had that issue in Doral. They had which you were there, a cancer corridor of getting rid of the waste that we had there. And in that regard, they all of a sudden said, they said, if you buy a house there, that's up to you what happens. And I forced the city commission to add an addendum to every single home purchase in that corridor where the waste plant was, they could be contaminated, that if anybody got cancer in that area, that the city of Doral would not be responsible for any lawsuits whatsoever. And that, I think, can be a saving grace for all of you in terms of accommodate what we're saying, but don't force us to become, your beck and call. It's all volunteer.
Thank you. Thank you.
When are you gonna start paying us rent?
Sorry?
When are you gonna start paying rent?
Paying rent and I guess I did 32 years, I paid taxes. Oh, no, the thing is, the social security and all that money, and I'm gonna say this, I don't have a problem moving out there, but you have had like 40 pages of homeless trust this and homeless. Every other item has to do with homeless.
I'll just say the homeless trust has been a bust.
Millions of dollars.
We've talked about this in the show. Miami-Dade Homeless Trust is a complete bust.
1,000, 2,000 homeless?
Don't hold your breath, you get 100,000.
Is there anyone else here from public comment? Come on
I
up.
see why you're here, guys.
Well, we should also, Madam Chairwoman, we should also consider Peacock Park as a site, right? Is that okay with that?
Good evening, Mayor.
That's what I thought.
Good evening. My name is Maria Elena Rodriguez, and AKA Ms. Kitty Care. Believe no, I am no white, please. I am homeless, not by choice. I was put in this situation. For 2 years, I have been completed for different agencies to help me. All I kept getting was call me on Wednesday, call me on Thursdays for the homeless helpline. I've been under a lamppost, begging and pleading Camilla House to help. What do I get? These agencies that you have to help us? Yeah, I almost got raped by 4 guys in one of these places, okay? I am victimized and I stay in the park because the people that are there, I've known them for 12 years. We look out for each other, we take care of each other. You don't know the homeless. If you talk about we're drug addicts, do I look like I'm a drug addict? Do I look like I'm crazy or spaced out? Not everybody that is in the park is a drug addict or is totally crazy. There are people that need medication. Yes, there's 3 different tiers of homeless people. You need to sit down and speak with us. You need to find out exactly what each and every one individually needs, because not everybody needs to be victimized. We're looking at this situation with the Key West, the Virginia Key. You're looking at another Hitler, Auschwitz, putting us in a concentration camp. We are human beings. We're not animals. We are grown adults. You have no right to tell us what we can and cannot do. How we can't have a drink. We can't live our lives. We're grown adults. Yes, circumstances beyond our control have led us to be homeless. Like I said, I'm not there because I want to be. Something in my life happened by my landlord that put me in a situation. Okay? A lot of people that are in the park, situations beyond their control as well. Okay? So, I mean, really sit down and talk with us.
How many people are
You
there?
don't have to.
In our park, there is approximately about 15 of us. Before,
15?
about 15.
Russell, what have you been doing?
We've invited, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please
Is
understand.
there anyone else here for public comment? Is there anyone else here for public comment? Seeing none, public comment period is now closed. There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I just.
This way to pass, we don't need it, brother.
Yeah, but I'm too shy. I don't want to speak.
No, I'm
too shy.
No. Okay, but you were late, we voted. Be quiet for a minute.
You gotta be prepared.
The hour is late
Speak.
and we're getting
It's different than doing a show. I'll just call him, set up an appointment. I've done it already. I had to interview Manolo and I've gone into Karoy's office.
All right.
He threw me out.
Moving along.
Madam Chair, please count as a no vote.
Todd, please,
Yes, for the
Commissioner
record, the
Russell.
motion passes 3-2 with Commissioner Reyes and Commissioner Russell voting no.
Thank you.
Okay, now, we are left with, where do you want to go? Do we want to go back up to? RE4 and 5. Do we want to take up? The hours?
Madam Chair,
Who said that?
I did. I'm happy to move RD 4 and 5 for discussion.
Okay, I have a motion, and it's RE4 and 5 for discussion. I have a motion.
And Chair, I have some amendments.
Can you read the amendments into the record, Todd? Yes.
Yes. Moved by Commissioner Russell, seconded by Commissioner Reyes. The amendments that I have, page 1 needs to be amended to add charter amendment number 1. Page 6 needs to be amended to change exhibit number 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alexander New Show. So they talked about the homeless issue, and it's pretty bad in the city of Miami. I'll discuss real quickly. I'll go outside and give you our final recap. Let's just get. I'm running prepared to get out of here.
They would like to bring this RFP to from November 17th to December 8th. Those are the amendments that I have.
And the other thing during the briefings, commissioners, that was a suggestion, since my office recommended that the term sheet not be attached per se, so that you would have maximum flexibility in negotiations, at least for it to be a floor. And then for negotiations.
I believe there's some individuals here representing the applicant. Would you like to hear from them in a presentation?
I would like to see, first and foremost, who is representing the Hyatt Corporation and who's representing the other corporations that are part of this partnership. And then I'd like to go into ask a few questions.
Okay.
You're not part of the Hyatt.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but you're not part of the Hyatt. I don't see a P in you as Christian.
So, now that it's, I'm going to limit our comments to 5 minutes.
See you later. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm getting out of here. It got boring. The hot stuff is already over with. See you later. The hot stuff is done. The rest of it is just boring stuff about developers taking over the city of Miami, because that's basically what it is. The developers are the ones that own the city, not the political figures. Let's make that straight. And that's what they're talking about. Building more buildings and destroying Brickell and downtown Miami. So, I just got out of there. So the homeless encampment that's going to be built supposedly in Virginia Key, which, to be honest with you, I'm not against it. It's not a bad idea. I just think it's better to do it more like get an abandoned building, tear it down, most of these abandoned buildings and these abandoned lots have liens on it. The owners of these lands in the city of Miami basically have liens. They've neglected these properties. So a lot of these properties some of them are in Little Havana, some of them they're scattered throughout the city of Miami. So you can build a homeless encampment there. Also, you can get a park. The city owns plenty of land, but you can get one of the big parks in the city of Miami and convert it into a homeless zone. That's another thing you could do. But anyway, I brought this issue up to Mayor Suarez, Francie, by the way. I was going to speak. I'll be honest with you, I was going to speak. I had an opportunity to. I asked one of the sergeant at arms, because I'm still becoming new at this and getting to know this whole process. So yeah, you can speak, anybody can. But nah, I'd rather just call the political figures and try to have them come on the show. I mean, Manolo Reyes already came on my show. I'd love to get Coroy to come on the show. And so is Diaz de la Portilla, who's being investigated, by the way. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, does the city of Miami have a homeless problem? Yeah, definitely, man. I'm telling. Oh, at least over 1,000 homeless are in downtown Miami. Over 1,000, for sure. For sure. And throughout the city of Miami, there's more. But, I mean, at least 2,000, 2,000 to 3,000 homeless in Miami. Miami-Dade. Now, they were suggesting, and Diaz de la Portilla suggested shipping the homeless from the city of Miami out to West Dade. Oh, that's going to be a fight. I will definitely go against that. Definitely. I will definitely be going up against that. I don't think Joe Martinez, the commissioner of West Miami-Dade around by the Miccosukee, would allow that and tolerate that. I doubt it very seriously he would put up with that. A lot of the people that live there will not go for that. We don't want your dirty laundry. Sorry. Anyways, this is Alexander Carlos with the Alexander News Show, live from Miami, Florida City Hall. And I left because, you know, I mean, whatever. We already know most of these commission meetings. You see all these guys in these suits. They're all developers or contractors or managers of these big firms, and they're just looking to build. And it's not going to solve the affordable living crisis, by the way. It's not going to do anything. You're catering to the rich, and you're saying to the poor people, even the middle class, get the hell out of the city of Miami. It belongs to us now. And that's what they're doing in the Corcoran Grove, and yeah. Anyways, you all have a good one. This is Alexander Carlos with the Alexander News Show. I'm signing off. Have a good one.